Greetings, entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom, where in this video, after having grinded so much just to get Millennial Tree Cookie, recently we managed to finally obtain him, and guess what? Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little overview video of him, because at this point I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother has literally done overview videos on him, but I haven't yet, and you know what? I still want to do it, because I think doing the little overview videos are fun. And where the pleb did I put Millennial Tree Cookie? There's no way he's working at... Okay, luckily there's no one working right now, which technically isn't lucky, because that means less production, but he should be around here somewhere. But if you're wondering how these videos work, basically all I do is I just go ahead and go over the Cookie's quotes, I use them in battle, test them out, I upgrade them, look at all that stuff and whatnot, and see how it goes. By the way, all this, I should probably get rid of this stuff for now, just because, I definitely need to, like, work more on this land, like, seriously. I mean, slowly but surely I can extend all these pieces over here, which they're slowly working on. No worries, but once I get the kingdom in, you know, another level, I'm pretty sure I can actually go ahead and, upgrade the castle and get more loot. Anyway, what if the pleb is, where the pleb is he? Let me find him. Alright. Where are you located? Why don't you be in, like, some far-off corner? Hello? What? Huh? Game, I did not want to do that. Let me click. There. Alright, you're just in like this little subtle land where all the butterflies are. By the way, did you just... Yeah, sure. Yeah, how polite. We probably should not let that happen. What the pleb ever. Anyway, by the way, while I do this, I will be not reading comments of the video. I almost just made a mess up right there. But that's just primarily because I want to focus on the cookies by themselves. But still, if you want to leave a question, comments down in the comment section below for me to read on the videos, answer the question of the day, feel free to do so, because whatever you do, as long as it matters between, you know, community creator and creator community, that's what matters at the end of the day. I don't know why I said, I don't know if, like, as long as it matters, well, I mean, I guess it does matter, but we need to be comfortable with each other. Anyway, when you pick a Millennial Tree, he is just blessed. Just like nothing bad is happening, and just sudden leaves are just being summoned in the air. And when you put him down, floats. He gently floats down. Also, I noticed he has this little like gold ankle. I wonder... Oh, okay, it's surrounded by both legs. But when he goes down into one knee, just like, oh, perfect landing. Perfect leg shape and shift. It's perfect. Anyway. Oh, and of course, the moment that I put you down, you're just beautifully sweeping land. Honestly... I feel like that's more better fit on a floor, but then again, I guess we can get you a rake to rake leaves or something like that. Anywho, what are some of your quotes about?
Ah, the winds of change.
Now that I think about it, do you have a conversation with Millennial Millennial Archer? I think I just said a ship name right there. You must have some conversation with a Wind Archer Cookie, right? That would make the most amount of sense. So let me just drag you over. If you do, I would like to check that out.
Like me in this kingdom.
Yes, you do. Let me just get closer to you just so I can check this out. Because honestly, even though you do have the costume, I think you still should have just some normal conversation. Did you see that young Zephyr born in the West? Young Zephyr? What? Excuse me? You're not talking about Wind Archer, are you? The young Zephyr. Yes, Millennial Tree Cookie. It was born with a whisper of cold. It was born with a whisper of cold. You're not talking about the wind deity, are you? I mean, I don't know if you would be talking about those cookies. At times I miss the days when you spoke to me with ease. You mean back when Wind Archer was not very strict with their words? Because it sounds like that's how they speak most of the time now. I think. What has changed is merely the surface. I speak to you with ease. You say that and you just have birds flying around you. Good nature between both of you, I guess. Anything else, fellas? Gang? Even though that was cut off, I just know it was just like dots. Perhaps sometimes later. Sometimes later, huh? I shall await that moment, presumably, prominently. Well, let's start with the P. I couldn't read that quick enough, but I don't think we need to restart the whole entire conversation. So, yeah, that's that. I could tell by Millennial Archer just... Millennial... What? Did I just say... Oh, I'm really down. Didn't I just say wind... Wait, wind... Well, I didn't say wind tree, but I think I said Millennial Archer twice. The pleb's going on with me.
I, too, was but a little sprout once.
I guess, to be fair, now that I think about it, every legendary cookie was like the fragment, like the fragment of what they once were. Because, you know, of course, in the recent story, Millennial Advent, we did see, you know, Wind Archer's the little wind, and also Millennial Tree's the little sprout. But also in another story, especially in OvenBreak, we did see Fire Spirit Cookie as the little flaming bead. So we might see the same thing as like, you know, Moonlight or Sea Fairy, something like that. I mean, isn't there like a pearl for the sea, so that could represent Sea Fairy? I'm not sure. By the way, look how peaceful this man looks. Just elegance all over the place. It's beautiful.
Are you a cookie too?
I mean, no, but a pleb can dream. I mean, I do have a character who's a cookie, if that makes sense.
Let me show you the way of the forest.
It's over here. The forest is over here, Millennial Tree Cookie. Well, I guess it's fitting because you want to be so close to it.
Let me show you I am in every season.
That is fair. Like, literally, no matter what season it is, fall, summer, winter, spring, there's always going to be trees. Can't really escape them. Yeah, sure, trees do lose their leaves during winter, or at least the start of fall. That's why it's called fall, or autumn. But they're still there.
Every cookie grows through their own trials.
Well, you say that, and nearly all the legendary cookies have their own trial grounds, which, by the way, I need to get Wind Archer Cookie Soul Jam. Don't ask me why I haven't done that yet. Shush.
Follow the forest breeze.
I mean, is that like advice, or should, like, what if I get lost in the forest, my friend?
I am. Are you? Every cookie grows through their own. Let me show you the way
like there should be
of
more.
Such odd behavior.
Okay, don't say that just because I tapped on you a lot. I do that with every cookie here, just to give him a realism check, alright? Don't judge me.
Let me show you. Follow. Are you? Let me show
Anything
you.
else?
I have lived for 1,000 years.
I feel like saying thousands of years would make more sense. Then again, that really takes into the question, like, how long has the cookie world actually existed?
Follow the. I see and hear through my roots.
You know the expression, if the walls could speak or something like that? Well, if the trees could speak, they'd also say a lot. Anyway.
The verdant green shall embrace all cookies.
I feel like that's the most elegant way that you could tell someone to touch grass. I am pretty sure. Anyways, you do have more quotes in your little menu screen over here once you go on your page.
Let me show you the way of the forest. What a delightful place.
Which, by the way, you have a beautiful background. It reminds me of one of the locations in Cookie Run OvenBreak, which obviously that's where Millennial Tree Cookie was first introduced in, I'm pretty sure. But it is fitting. It gives me vibes of Churro Cookie, obviously, because if you know who Churro Cookie is, then, you know, you get the vibe. You get it, definitely. Anywho, you got anything else to say?
At times, I envy the freedom of the wandering wind.
Isn't that... Do you mean the freedom of Wind Archer Cookie? Because, I mean, you do say the Wandering Wind. I know you say the nature has its own wind, but I'm just saying, like, you and Wind Archer are always around. But then again, it does kind of make sense, because Wind Archer seems to be the one who persuades his way. Not persuade, but, like, he manages to go his way, like, basically everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere, because the wind basically travels everywhere. That's why he's usually out scouting everywhere.
I have awoken from my slumber.
And were you really sleeping, though? I mean, I feel like throughout this whole entire story, you've just been kind of, you know, keeping an eye on everything.
I shall do what I must.
I mean, it definitely was proven in your recent story, you know, Millennial Advent, where you just got a super form that was represented in your costume that I do not have yet. And yet, it does look so cool. But, that'll be for later. No Mystic costumes, obviously.
What a delightful place.
You know what? I'm glad that you could actually compliment my kingdom for once. Like, not many people... You know the last person who did that? Might have been Salt Cellar. I know she was the most iconic in regards to, like, complimenting the kingdom.
At times, listen to the whispering of the forest.
Isn't that your Gacha quote when I pull you? It's either when I pull you or when you, like, after the animation plays, the first quote that you say. The pulling quote. I don't know. But I guess I'll listen to... It's my favorite.
My faithful wind guards me.
We get it. You really like Wind Archer Cookie. It's the best thing that you could ever have in your life.
At times, the world shall bloom once again.
Well, I mean, hey, As long as there's a seeds, there's always going to be a flower that blossoms from it. Anywho. Is someone trying to call me? Who the pleb? No. Who the pleb tries to call me in the middle of the video? I only know it's because my phone was vibrating. Anyway, let's go ahead and read up on your story, then I'll show off your little gacha animation. Which I'm pretty sure this story is adapted from Cookie Run OvenBreak, but it says right here, for Millennial Tree Cookie, deep inside a secret grove, there was a majestic ancient tree. Its roots reached deep inside the ground and far to the very corners of the world. When the dark curse devoured the grove, the tree sealed itself in a magic slumber to resist the dark sorcery. With the help of the cookies, Millennial Tree Cookie's silence was finally broken. O heart of the seasons, it is time for the ancient roots to carry the force of life. For the 5th season is afoot. Darkness is gathering, and only the guardians of nature can help cookies vanquish it and make the world blooming garden once it was. Or, it once was. Well, you know what? That's good on you. Thanks, honestly. Anywho, with that being said, let's go ahead and look at this cute little gacha animation that he also has.
Listen to the whispering of the forest. My roots spread far.
Honestly, I do think, in regards to songs, probably one of the most beautiful songs that has to be in a gacha animation, but still, they are one of the, most iconic legendary cookies, especially in regards to the Guardians of, Here's the thing. I think they're one of the most iconic, but I think they're one of the most underrated, because I feel like they get overshadowed by, Wind Archer, Moonlight, Sea Fairy, Fire Spirit, all the other legendaries, but maybe this will be the time that they can actually shine, I don't know. But, they also have the skill, which is, or he has the skill, which is Millennial Tree. Yep. That's part of the name, which only has an 8-second cooldown, though. But sure. It says, Millennial Tree Cookie extends his roots into the Earthbread. Or the Earthbread? You mean just Earthbread? Or maybe that's like the Earth's crust, I don't know. And transforms into the World Tree, dealing damage to enemies. In this state, he will dispel all debuffs applied to himself and gain the World Tree HP shield that cannot be affected by Zap or Overcurrent. Millennial Tree Cookie will become immune to incapacitating effects and create a sanctuary area where he will continuously restore allies' HP, except safeguarded cookies, and the World Tree HP shield. Once the World Tree HP shield is removed, the sanctuary effect will weaken. Also, Millennial Tree Cookie will scatter secret seeds at certain intervals, dealing damage and restoring his own HP, or the World Tree HP shield. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. After the end of the World Tree's duration, Millennial Tree Cookie will inflict the Equilibrium debuff upon the enemies from whom he received the greatest amount of damage during a transformation. If there are no enemies around Millennial Tree Cookie during the transformation, it will automatically cancel, and a portion of the remaining duration time will be deducted from a skill cooldown. If there's no defense cookies on the team, Millennial Tree Cookie will use Nature's Protection. As the source of all elements, Millennial Tree Cookie gains the Elemental Seer buff if there are cookies of 4 or more different elements on the team. Also, during his transformation, he will gain or grant the Elemental Force buff in the team. If the cookies are the Guardians of Nature, they will receive a stronger Elemental Force, the Guardians buff. And at the beginning of the battle, Millennial Tree Cookie will gain Majesty of Eons buff. That is so much to plubbing unpack. That's so much. Hold on, wait. Look at the long list. Okay, if you want just Majesty of Eon, just to get this out of the way, it makes it so that once he enters inside the battle, at the very beginning, he gets a bunch of debuff resists, crit resists, and cooldown is, I guess, buffed up along with the HP from the Beastkit bonus, which is capped at 50%, and also the skill damage resist bypass goes up as well, depending on HP from Beastkits. Now, Equilibrium, which is a skill that he's able to use, which was up here, which is after the end of the World's Tree duration, they will inflict the Equilibrium debuff, which causes a bunch of grass-type damage, nearly 1,000%, and also dispels all buffs, prevents healing for 6 seconds, and damage received. So basically, he gets less damage received, and it can also just stop others from healing for a short amount of time, which is really busted. Where's the Magistrate of Trees thing? Yeah, after, let me just, because I want to see all this stuff. There's so much to take in. Even as a support in the front, it's so shocking to take down. But, Nature's Protecting gets a taunt and debuff resist, so Yeah, good luck trying to take them down. They're sheltering branches, which means they just take a bunch of... Literally, they have amplified buffs, they have damage resist, and damage dampening. So basically, the roots are just like, yeah, good luck trying to get past this. Blessing of the World Tree during transformation, basically, it just causes the team attack to be buffed with their damage, and if it's even weakened, it still causes their attack and damage to be up a little bit, but just not as much. And then lastly, there's Elemental Seer and Elemental Force, where it causes cooldown and max HP to be up, or cooldown to go down, HP to be up, damage dampening more, damage resist more, and it also depends on certain cookies being there. So the examples would be Sea Fairy, Stormbringer, Frost Queen, Wind Archer, Fire Spirit, Millennial Tree, and Moonlight Cookie. All of them would have a bunch of buffs like attack, crit percent, crit damage, damage in general, and also just they all stack up. Now for anyone else, they do get similar things, but it's just damage gets dampened, crit resist, and it keeps on stacking. There's also the Divine Seed, which also deals 6 hits over 2.3 seconds, which is a very big scatter, and also Divine Seed healing for self is 50%, and others per hit. My gosh, it's so much to take in. I'm so sorry. And there's also the rally effect being the legendary tree. World Tree grows large roots and the legendary cookie and the team. Team's damage resist is 70%, healing is 5% of stack. So, yeah, if you want a reason to buff up this plumbing cookie, it's because if you just set him with a bunch of legendary cookies on the team, then you just win. They're just gonna get so much more buffed. Especially since I don't even know, is there any legendary cookies that are defense-based? Because, like, Frost Queen is magic, Stormbringer's charge, Sea Fairy's bomber, Moonlight is ambush, I think? Fire Spirit is it ambush or charge? I know Wind Archer is archer, like, you know, ranged, but, like, I don't know, but, like, let's go ahead and upgrade Wind Archer, you know, my gosh. Millennial Tree, but just to see some of the quotes you get from leveling them up.
The end brings forth another beginning.
I'm glad you didn't say something like, an end justifies a mean. It sounds like this is something the opposite Dark Enchantress Cookie would say, let's be honest.
My roots extend far.
The more you eat, the more roots you get, I guess. Which, by the way, he just looks so flipping happy whenever you give him food. Look at this.
My roots extend far. Exhilarating.
Yeah, I mean, eating food would be exhilarating, well, now wouldn't it?
All memories are dear to me, even the saddest ones.
Well, I mean, it's fair. That's why they're called memories. That's why you just take a good hold of all of them.
I shall provide aid where I can.
Well, that's the purpose of a tree. You provide oxygen to the world.
I shall not sleep away this moment.
Well, I mean, since you woke up, then you're going to be a big help.
I will provide protection for all.
Well, let's do one more.
I shall not sleep away this moment.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do.
I will provide protection for all. All memories are dear to me,
71,000
even the
power.
saddest ones.
Alright, now, let's go ahead and promote you a bit, because I can also do this. Actually, no. Upgrade the skill, because this is going to eat away at my resources, but still, I need this. Took over that's 1,000. Okay, well, let's see how much. Oh, yeah, 300,000 power. Oh, cool. Let's promote you real quick.
The wind feels quite refreshing.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would. Alright, well, now that you're absolutely buffed out, I probably wanted to use you 2 times with, oh hey, that's fun. Once where I'm just like, alright, let's use you in like 1 level, and then another one where we just have like all the elements of nature. And test you out about how good you can go against the battle, because you know what? Let's go in like, what can we do? How about dark mode? World map, how about stage 10? Like 10:30. How about that? Like just straight up against Dark Enchantress. How about that? Or 10:31, I guess. Let's just remove these 2 from the battlefield. Get rid of those. No buffs, by the way. We're just gonna go ahead and just go all the way to the end. If only they had little arrow sections where you can easily get all the way to the top. Mouse. There we go. And because even though it's not gonna be all the way high up, it's yeah, you're still right there.
You've left me no other choice.
Oh yeah, that's a threat.
The green wind is rising.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's literally just right there. Literally, there's a whole lineage. Like, the only one who isn't available technically there is Moonlight, and that's just because, like, what is she, more down there? Where is she? hold on, wait. Sea Fairy, Wind Archer, Fire Spirit, Millennial Shrew. What the fuck is Moonlight still like... Okay, she's got to be a little bit more downwards, right? Yeah, okay, and that's just because she's a lower level in general. So you literally nearly have the whole armada behind you.
The green wind is rising. I do not approve of violence.
But you know what? If you have to, you must. Alright, let's go ahead and try and take you down. Wait, what's it say? You cannot collect any more soul stones from the stage. Yeah, I don't care. I just want to see this just because of the point of it. Alright. I thought for a second the game crashed for a bit because there was no way they were going to handle this. But let's go ahead and see how fun this can get. Honestly. Because I definitely want to invest in, like, the legendary team. All legends. Alright, here we go. We have debuff resist, crit resist, damage down, and HP increase. Okay, they're literally doing nothing to him. Okay, yeah, get rid of him. Okay, nice bomb, but guess what? That's going to really do nothing. Nice. Just the roots upchuck into the actual enemies. And if I go ahead and use the skill right here. Actually, oh, let's use it right when the Dark Enchantress cookie pops up. Let's see it. Take this.
Onward!
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. Isn't there a phase 2? Because I think there's a phase 2. Oh, we could just keep using it. Oh yeah, we could just keep going. Okay, to be fair, the skill does last a long while, so that's why it kind of makes up for like the skill cooldown. But still, it still does a good amount of damage. Onward. It makes him like unkillable. And could you imagine with all the other like legendary ancients, like not legendary ancient, but like just the legendary cookies? Heck, you could probably make a team with the ancient cookies in general, and it'd still do you wonders. And I would only say that because the fact that, like, you know, Onward. It would need a defender cookie, like, to make a skill more worthwhile. Ooh, boy. Let's go ahead and just, like, increase the speed right here, because we need to do a little bit more damage. Just to be fair, I don't even know if we're going to be able to defeat her, just because we don't have much damage applicable, you know, done here. Damage applicable? Onward. What? I just mean the fact that, like, we're not doing really much damage. Like, we are recovering a lot of HP with Millennial Tree. But in regards to damage, Onward. He's just way better as like support, I would say. Which makes sense, he is a supporter. But he was able to get down like 400 like million points in regards to this. So he's definitely not dying anytime soon, but I'm just saying, looks like he needs a little bit of backup, huh?
There is nothing to be ashamed of.
Gosh, he's wrapped up in his own room. Someone free him! He looks tortured. Anyway, oh yeah, equip beacon. Oh yeah. If I equipped a lot of stuff, you know for a fact he would absolutely fold. He would absolutely fold Dark Enchantress. But you know what? Let's assemble the whole armada.
Witness the might of the seas!
You cannot stop the winds! Let's add some fire!
And?
May this dream have a happy ending.
Alrighty. Yeah. It's definitely gonna have a happy ending. What's the thing? Yeah. Oh yeah, World Tree. Oh yeah. That's the whole Treem effect, because their legendary said they become a leader. Well, good luck to you, plebs. Alright, good pleb and luck. Alright, let's just see how they could just manage, because we're gonna immediately use Millennial Tree's skill first. And then,
we shall prevail.
I meant to use the other one, but I was gonna literally use everyone else's skill right when Dark Enchantress Cookie pops up. Oh, okay, we still have the skill active. Okay. Well, let's just do it. We're here, and...
Witness the might of the seas!
Oh, that is every single color of the rainbow right there.
We won. Together.
Well, I mean, you're truthful when you say it together, because that's all the elements of, you know, the elements of nature. Well, I'd say if you have a really good nature team on your side, you buff them all up to big skill, then it definitely works out in your favor, which before I actually do it, I'm going to do something I should have done a while ago.
The stars will protect us.
I'm gonna do this just to, you know, get you a little bit more buffed up.
This land is filled with pleasant dreams.
Oh, this is gonna be such... I know what team I'm using in regards to, you know, the next update, because, ooh, this is gonna be a big powerhouse team. So I'm definitely gonna focus on buffing up Millennial Tree Cookie, no doubt about that. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Cookie Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. Also, if you want to talk about, like, toppings, of course, you definitely need, you know, support for a biscuit. But though for toppings, I feel like having... Is cooldown even a threat anymore? Because it only takes 8 seconds. So maybe, like... I don't know. Maybe cooldown is also just something always good. Maybe solid almonds would be good because, you know, he's going to be at the very front anyway, so they probably won't do much in regards to defense, so maybe having him held out more there. Also, damage, maybe, but then again, you're probably going to want the other cookies to do damage. I'd probably say, like, maybe Swift Chocolate or the Solid Almonds. I don't know. I'm not the best when it comes to this stuff, but with that being said, as I was continuing on, you can find all my social medias in my website, which is my card website, We're All Plebs. You can become a pleb for $1 a month by becoming a YouTube member, and also you can buy some merchandise at the pleb market. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese. I wanted to give a very huge shout out at the end of this video to the members who are deciding to support the channel and the stuff that I do, being Jojo Sans, Blobby Eduardo, Casual Gaming 22, and Mask Boy. You are all supporting me, and I greatly appreciate it. Like, thank you all so much.